Flight evolved naturally on at least 4 different occasions: insects, bats, birds, and pterosaurs. These groups of flying animals all evolved from different species, adapted the ability to fly independently from each other, and inspired scientists to examine the origins of animal flight in great detail.
There are also animals that are capable of flight, just not for extended periods of time. These animals are called gliders and have evolved similarly but separately from creatures suited for sustained flight.
Which means they might look a little different from the usual winged animal. Let's head over to animal expert Chris Kratt to learn more about this flying lizard.
The Draco volan takes to the skies to evade predators and feast upon flying insects.
A Draco lizard is this really cool lizard found in Southeast Asia, which is able to use flight, more technically gliding, in order to get around the rainforest there. Now, the rainforests feature very tall trees, and there's often a decent distance between some of the trees there. So Dracos have developed the ability to glide in order to get from tree to tree without having to go all the way down the tree and get back up. So in order to cover those big distances between the trees, and often to do it quickly if they're escaping a predator, they've developed the ability to glide huge distances.
So what exactly gives the Draco its ability to glide? A little something called patagium. On either side of the lizard's body, between their ribs, are folds of skin. This allows the Draco to catch the wind and glide to its destination.
When they jump off from a tree limb, they extend this fan-like skin. It's able to increase its surface area and increase the air resistance, so they're able to cover greater distances in the time it takes to fall a certain amount.
The patagium acts as a natural parachute, which allows the Draco to conserve its energy while falling. Once the lizard jumps, it's smooth sailing from there. Animals usually evolve by developing different features until they become different species. This is called divergent evolution. But sometimes we see similar features, or what's called analogous structures, in other animals, like the flying fish or flying squirrel. These creatures all have body parts to help them glide, even though they did not evolve from the same species. This is known as convergent evolution, and happens in response to sharing a similar environmental challenge, like escaping snakes who like to hang out in trees and are always hungry for a snack.
Gliders are also a form of aircraft with no engine. But without an engine to propel it forward, the glider slows down as it glides, returning to the ground, trading altitude for velocity. The starting position of any glider is an example of potential energy. Potential energy is stored energy that is created by its position relative to the ground. Hang gliders turn potential energy into kinetic energy through gliding. Gliders are sometimes towed aloft to their starting point by a motorized vehicle, like the tow plane that pulled me. This supplies the glider with potential energy. Once the glider reaches its highest altitude, the line is disconnected, and the hang glider begins its descent. Their glide time, or the time that they are in the air, is dependent on their design. Can you think of any other animals that glide? Have you ever seen a flying squirrel or a flying fish? Let us know in the comments section. And if you like this video, be sure to follow STEM in 30 on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe to the National Air and Space Museum's YouTube channel.